Hi everyone. In this video, I am Sri Devi, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering Professor. In this video lecture, we are going to learn about basic memory devices. First, we have to know what is the basic memory devices, and on completion of this module, the learners can be able to understand why memory is needed and what is the purpose of using memory and what are the different types of memory and everything the learners can able to understand after listening this module. So initially we have to know memory. Memory is an important unit in any data processing system and where information is received, processed and transmitted. So it is stored in memory and retrieved from the memory when it is needed. So it is a portion where the data is stored. It is basically a collection of cells and used to store binary information such as random access memory and read-only memory. A programmable logic device is also a type of memory where a specific logic function is programmed and embedded within the hardware in a process. So primarily or basically the memory is divided into two halves. One is random access memory and another one is read-only memory. So random access memory is classified into SRAM and DRAM. SRAM stands for static random access memory and DRAM stands for dynamic random access memory. ROM is classified into PROM, EPROM and EEPROM. PROM is programmable read-only memory and EPROM is erasable programmable read-only memory and EEPROM is electronically erasable programmable read-only memory. A RAM constitutes the internal memory cell of the CPU for storing data, and the access time in RAM is independent of the address that word is stored. Each storage location inside the memory is so easiest to reach the other location and it takes some amount of time. So we can reach the memory at random and extremely fast but also be quite expensive. RAM, that is random access memory, is volatile. So that is the meaning of volatile is the data stored in lost, that is the data will be lost when we switch off the computer or the device, or in case of any power failure the data will be lost. Hence the backup of uninterruptible, that is UPS, uninterruptible power supply, is used to store this. RAM is small both in terms of physical size and its occupying area. RAM is also classified into two types. One is static and another one is dynamic. Basically, memory stores program and data. We already know that one byte is 8 bits. So one word is a group of bits arranged into multiples of bytes. So unit of transfer between main memory and registers, that is called as usually the size of the register. Capacity is the term that is defined with total number of bytes that a memory unit can store. For example, 1 KB it is stored means 1 kilobytes. So static RAM, that indicates the memory retains the and it's whenever as long as the power remains is applied. However, the data is lost. The power gets down due to the volatile nature. So because of the extra space in the matrix, static RAM uses more chips than dynamic RAM. So it is having number of chips as more. Dynamic RAM, while comparing with static RAM, this number of chips is less and it is continuously refreshed in order to maintain the data. This is done by placing the memory on a refresh circuit and rewrites the data several hundred times per second. So the internal construction of memory unit is a single storage memory cell, which is nothing but a D-latch. It is considered. Dynamic RAM and static RAM both are compared, and the comparison between this is shown as a comparison table. So this table indicates the comparison between dynamic RAM, that is initially constructed a thin capacitors that leak electricity. It is static RAM is constructed with a circuit similar to D flip-flop. It won't leak electricity. It requires a recharge. It requires every recharge at every few milliseconds to maintain its data, but it holds the contents as long the power is available. It is inexpensive and it is expensive, slower than static RAM, and it is faster than dynamic RAM. It can store many bits per chip. It cannot store many bits per chip unless less power. It uses more power, and it uses less power in case of dynamic and more power is used in static. It generates less heat and it generates more heat, used for main memory, and it is used for cache memory. And read only memory is the memory which can also read only but cannot write on it. This type of memory is non-volatile. The information is stored permanently. Permanently means we can't able to erase. That is called as read only memory. It stores the instructions as record to start the computer when electricity is first turned on. This operation is referred as bootstrap. So according to the bootstrap operation, its circuit works. ROM chips are not only used in computers, it is also used in electronic items like washing machine and microwave ovens. The types of ROM, it is masked ROM and programmable read-only ROM. Masked ROM means ROMs are hardwired, and it contains pre-programmed set of data or instructions. But in case of ROM, it is read-only memory. It can be modified only by the user. No other users cannot be modified this. So once it is set, it will be permanently in that. So the user buys the blank ROM and it enters the desired contents using ROM user. So inside during programming, it can be programmed once. Once it is programmed, it is programmed. Cannot be done anything. So erasable programmed read-only memory means same, but here the once program can be erased and new program can be entered. Electronically erasable programmable read-only memory means it can be erased electronically and afterwards it can be programmed. Now we have some questions based upon this memory. That is question here is, which of the following has the capability of store information permanently? RAM, ROM, storage cells, both RAM and ROM. The answer is ROM. It can read only memory. It has the capabilities to store the information permanently. It also provides some random access memory. The storage cells are responsible for transfer data from and into the memory. So memory to cell device, the data is transferred by using these cells only. So hope the listeners can able to understand the topic basic about memories. Thank you.